Hello, let us present a Boomering Project intellectual output with the working title Mapping. The initial aim of this activity was to add a geographical insight into the occurrences of diverse false information in project partner countries in Europe and to their different effects in the adolescent population. In order to provide insight into the actual geographical diversity in false information perception in youth, two mapping tools were developed, one for gathering responses and another as dashboard to present them on a map. Both tools were built on Esri ArcGIS Online platform. We asked adolescents to provide examples of their personal encounters with false information. For each example, an adolescent evaluated the intensity of his or her reaction to the false information, feelings involved, how did he or she share the problem and with whom, and finally whether this false information influenced his or her thoughts and actions. We asked adults, male parents and educators to provide their perception of the problem faced by youth when encountering false information. More than 1,000 responses gathered by the tool provided interesting examples of false information from real lives of the adolescents. However, their geographical distribution did not allow any statistical analysis or representative conclusions by partner countries in the project. So we decided to develop another tool, StoryMaps, titled Fake News and Us, based on the same Esri ArcGIS Online platform. This story with maps provides a very light introduction to false information in youth in project partner countries. The main goals are to increase awareness of the different forms in which false information exists, of the fact that increasing part of such information may be harmful, and that an adolescent can and should be critical about it. The StoryMaps tool is easy to navigate and uses different approaches to support learning. For example, it shows some examples of adolescents' perceptions of fake news gathered with the mapping tool. Then it shows various contexts for understanding different fake news perceptions in the project partner countries, presented by interactive infographics on different topics, like sources of information, youth values, education, life satisfaction, media freedom and corruption, the COVID-19 pandemics as fertile times for false information, and about an interesting topic on youth which is not included into education, employment or training. Interactive thematic maps are meant to learn about geographical differences between the European countries, or specifically between the project partner countries, on 14 different topics such as corruption perception index or youth values like importance of solidarity between people. After learning about the fake news and their contexts, we move to learning about examples of help which can be used by adolescents to deal with false information. We provide some advice how to recognize fake news or how to fact-check fake information. We present expert organizations or individuals in the project partner countries where to look for additional help. And then we move to active part, to do something, to learn about the problems faced by false information, to share and discuss the problem, but to stop sharing the false information, and to become active in detecting false information. Finally, we invite adolescents to keep on learning, also by using other Boomering tools, Talos, Pareidolia and MOOC. Story maps can be used in 5 languages, and the ideas collecting in Boomering focus groups point out several subjects in schools where this tool could be used. It could be used as a whole or just parts of the story with maps. The work on this intellectual output was coordinated by the project partner University of Ljubljana, Slovenia, with collaboration of all the partners in the project. The content and the implementation of the mapping and story maps were mainly responsibility of the team from University of Ljubljana. The tools will be hosted on the University of Ljubljana ArcGIS online account for several years after the Boomering project is finished.